Hi everyone, we're going over investments chapter, accounting for debt investments. And our first learning objective is describe the key characteristics of a debt investment and demonstrate how to account for purchase and interest revenue. So the question here is, when a company invests in a bond, first of all, what do we record it as at on the balance sheet? And then how do we record the revenue as this progresses? So what we're going to go over this chart of revenue recognition, and I'm going to give you an Excel example. And first thing first is how do we start recording the bond? So for example, let's see here. So this is our example here. When debt investments are purchased, they are recorded at cost. This is the total amount paid for investment, including brokerage fees. So if we go back to 12.1, what happens here is we have a bond. United will pay Masterware $633. So first of all, on July 1, 2000, Masterware Industries issued $700,000 12% bonds dated July 1. Interest of $42,000 is payable annually on June 30th and December 31st. The bonds mature in 3 years on June 30th, 2021. The market interest rate for the bonds of similar risk and maturity is 14%. The entire bond issue is purchased by United Group Intergroup. Okay, so first, who purchases the investment? So this is Masterware issued it, right? And it was purchased by United Group Inc., right? So United Group Inc. is going to record this bond on their balance sheet at present value. So this is going to be the 200,195 plus 466,438, and we can do this in Excel as well. So just so you can see, 200,195 and 466,438, and this is the present value of the cash flows, PV of cash flows, basically, and this gives you a total of 666,633, and this is going to be present value of the bonds. So this is PV of bonds, and this is your PV of interest, and this is the PV of principal, right? And this gives you, and this, how do you get this? It's 42,000. This is the interest. This is the pricing of an annuity with 6 payments at interest rate 7, and this is the pricing of the principal coming in at 700,000 being repaid at maturity, which is after 6 years, right? So this is after 6 periods at this rate of 7%, okay? So it matures in 3 years, okay? But it pays semi-annually. So this is how the company records the bond on their balance sheet. Let's see if they have the entry here. So what happens is the investment occurs as 700,000. This is the debit amount, right? That's what they record on the balance sheet. This is how much they actually pay, because that's the price of the bond. And then they record the remaining as a discount, right? And then the question becomes, how do we record revenue? Okay, so that's something that we're going to go over in the next video real quick, but I just want to go over again the main terms. Is the first, when a company makes an investment, it records the entry as cash paid, which is the present value, the fair market value of the bond. It hits a debit for the face amount, and it records a discount of the the difference, right? And then what happens is interest revenue is going to be a calculation that occurs. Wait a minute, what is the interest revenue based on the real market rate, and what is the coupon? Because the market rate is actually what happens to be your yield, and that's basically interest revenue, and then your coupon, which is the coupon rate times the face amount, is the cash received. And that's what we're going to look at next, is like, how do you actually record revenue? When you receive the cash, you have to debit your discount. It's like you're amortizing your discount every time, and then you actually record the interest revenue. So, and then the carrying value of the bond increases every period. So that's something I wanted to go over in detail as well, and show you a full detailed example of how this is done.